Hey y'all, welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. We are here because Josh has a conference for work and we're staying at one of the riverfront hotels. And I wanted to just get a quick, short review of this hotel up for you. Um, we are pretty close to the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium. So if you're here for concerts, you're here for football, whatever, kind of thought you might want this review before you make your choices of where to stay. So we are staying at the DoubleTree by Hilton right here on the riverfront. Um, I will say we have a great view of the river, kind of lucked out with that. But let me go ahead and show you the room. The cost of this room is about $200 a night right now. I'm guessing as events, if there's events going on, it will increase. But we'll talk about the pros and cons of that as we go through this room. Okay, so we are in room 403. The door straight ahead of me is our door to the hallway. This is an adjoining room if you are traveling with somebody. Obviously, we are not traveling with anyone, so we have that locked. We do have a closet here. It's a pretty decent size. Pretty standard closet. We've got an iron in there. We've got some hangers. Uh, um, we've got a place to set your luggage if you want to do that. These doors are a little bit of a pain in the butt for closing. I will say that. You have to close them together in order to get them to close properly. Otherwise, they just kind of they kind of fight with each other. So you gotta close them like so. For the bathroom, and we have been here for one night already, so we have already used this. It's a nice shower. We do have good pressure. We have nice hot water. We've got a nice place here for toiletry bags, which we've left kind of packed. There is a hole here that had all of the towels and everything. We've got tissue. Over on this side, we do have your sink with trash can. Not a ton of room on that sink. As you can see, it holds just a little bit of stuff. I've got my glasses and contact case there. A little hidey hole that had our shampoo, conditioner, and body lotion, and only one bar of soap. So we have to keep moving it from the sink here into the shower as we're getting ready. Nice lighted mirror, but man, it's seen better days, as you can kind of see on that left side of that light. I don't know what's going on, but it needs an update for sure. Under the sink here, we do have a hair dryer and an extra roll of toilet paper and some additional space if you needed more space for more toiletry bags for more people. Now, our room is a 2 double room. I don't like double beds. They're not for me. If you were coming, say, like 4 girlfriends for a concert, you'd probably be fine. Josh and I are not little people, though, so we are uncomfortable together in double beds. It's all preference, though, for what you guys would feel. There's a nice desk here in between the beds. We do have an ice bucket with cups and a drawer with some storage. We do have one American plug here in the lamp, but then they did provide us with this, which gives you 3 American plugs and 3 USB ports for charging your devices, which was nice. They certainly did not have to provide that. If I flip you around, we do have nice storage here. We've got the 3 drawers, and they're nice big drawers. We've got this cabinet over here, which houses a safe and a Keurig and a decent amount of selections here. We've got some regular coffee, we've got some decaf coffee, we've got a black tea, and then all the fixins, your sugars and creamers. Next to the TV, we do have a full-length mirror. I will say this hotel does have a lot of mirrors. As you can see, there's one here above the desk. And I mean, it's an okay chair. I've had worse. Sometimes you only get a stool. Next to the desk, we do have a refrigerator. Now, not everyone gets one of those. We were out drinking with Josh's coworkers last night, and it appears we're the only ones who got a fridge in our room. It sounds like they just kind of move these from room to room based on need. I know one of his coworkers had insulin that he needed to refrigerate, so I don't know if he ended up getting a room or not. But be aware that these rooms do not guarantee a fridge. We got a nice chair here, and then we have a nice balcony with a nice river view. Okay, let me see if I can take you out there. This door is finicky. It is pretty loud up here, especially with all the bridge traffic. But you definitely get a nice view of the river. As you can see, the stadium is right there. And down here is the river taxi. The river taxi will take you across the river. So if you are here for a game or a concert, you can take the river taxi over. You don't have to worry about parking, which is kind of nice. And I will say, earlier today, there was a lot of dolphin activity out here, which was kind of nice. I was enjoying that. Let's talk pros and cons. One of the biggest cons is definitely this room needs some TLC. It's not unbearable. You can definitely sleep here. It's not a bad hotel. It's not dirty. It just needs some loving for sure. Not crazy about their air conditioning here. When we came in, the air was blasting. They had it set at 66 degrees. And the air conditioning could not get it there, so the air was just blasting the whole time. I think the coldest it was at was like 68. That's a little cold for us, especially sleeping. We're not, people think we're crazy. We keep our house at 75. So we turned the temperature up, and then consequently it started getting muggy in here. So maybe that's why they had the AC blasting as much, as to try and get the humidity out. It's definitely humid, especially like we've now had 2 showers here this morning, and I just feel like the humidity never disappeared. So it was like, okay, well, that's unfortunate. But if you're not planning on staying in your room for hours and hours, it's really not a big deal. You know, if you're here for a show, a game, you're here for the sites. I'm sure there's a bunch of tours here. I know they've got, I want to say there's a science museum like right across the street here. So there's definitely plenty you can do. Would I recommend this hotel? If all you're doing is sleeping, sure. It's great. It's not a bad deal. $200 a night. You're close to the stadium. You're close to, like I said, I think it's a science museum. I'm sure there's plenty to do. We didn't look to see what you could do in Jacksonville just because we're here for the conference, and I was planning on just getting some work done while it's nice and quiet. Would I stay here with a family for a family vacation? Probably not. I would probably opt to staying closer to the beaches and then take a day drive into the downtown if that's what you're like, if there's a few things you want to see, if you're looking for a Jacksonville vacation. But I kind of guess that most people, if they're coming to Jacksonville, the heart of the city, they're not coming for vacation, they're coming for an event. The water taxi is a huge pro in my opinion. I think it's $20 to use it. Don't quote me on that because it's been a while since I looked it up.
But that's definitely a convenience for you. You can park at the hotel or Uber in from the airport, wherever you're doing. Take the water taxi over to the stadium. You don't have to worry about driving. You don't have to worry about Ubers. Everybody gets on it from what I've heard. So that's definitely a pro of the hotel. It does look like the waterfront has a nice walking area if you're just looking to kind of get up and move if you've got a few hours. So I am hoping to go check that out later. The lobby area, the conference rooms, there's a bar, there's a Ruth Chris in the hotel, there's also another, like a hotel restaurant. Those are all fine. Again, I wouldn't pay the $20 a person for the buffet. It definitely wasn't, the breakfast buffet was definitely not worth it, in my opinion. I'm sure there are other places that you can find food around here. We just didn't get up early enough to look at that this morning, and we're definitely disappointed with the food. Know that you're not guaranteed a refrigerator, so if you do need something for medicine, or you just like to bring a bunch of drinks with you and you're driving, I would look into like bringing your own cooler or something on that order, since it's not guaranteed. Or make plans with the hotel ahead of time to make sure you have one if you're flying in. Other than that, I mean, I would recommend it, just not for a long vacation. So if you guys do have questions, go ahead, drop them below. We will be getting back on track with our England video soon, and I will actually be putting out another video talking about what's going on, because if you've been watching for a while, you notice that hairstyles change. There's been a lot going on. We've had a long time of barely any videos, so there will be a video that I'm going to be pushing out relatively soon talking about that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next trip.